never allow the government to decide what is acceptable speech and what is unacceptable speech. We should penalize behaviors, not opinions, and not speech. If you start trying to regulate speech, you start trying to regulate thoughts, you start trying to regulate beliefs rather than behaviors, there's no way that you're not going to abridge the constitutional rights of millions of Americans.
أهلا، أنا عمران دقنيش. لقد رأيتني في سيارة الإسعاف في حلب. عندما أطاحت الطيارات الجوية بمنزل عائلتي. أنا بأمان الآن. أردت أن أجيب على تساؤل شخص ما حول مشاعري عن نفسي وعن عائلتي عن طريق قول أنا بخير وأنا أحبك أيضا يا ديفيد.
مرحبا، أنا عمران دقنيش. في 2016 رأيتني في سيارة إسعاف لما كان عمري 3 سنوات فقط. اليوم أنا في 7 من عمري وأنا بشكل جيد في حلب. أختي رؤى وأختي الصغيرة تقي في حالة جيدة. أخي عبد الله يبلغ من العمر 8 أعوام تقريبا. والدي هو محمد خير وهو أيضا بخير، ووالدتي أيضا بخير الآن. أردنا إخبار كل من صلى من أجلنا. شكرا لكم، ونحن أيضا نحبكم جميعا.
Hi, I'm George Lucas. In my past 40 years of motion picture making, no subject has so inspired me as this story that happened in August 2016. The world saw a 3-year-old boy on global networks, and it really touched my heart. So much so that I had to tell his story. His name is Omran Daknish. His story is real. It happened. I'm telling this story because millions of other children just like Omran are still being hurt in war-torn countries resulting from neglect, illness, and uncaring masses. We must remember them all. You won't be leaving the movie theater without a tear in your eyes. I hope you'll come.
انترنت مع البابا.
ضرب. أنا كنت في قلب البيت وجتني الضربة. إيشو مصدرها، إيشو منين، إيشو ما عرفت. شغلة تاني، أنا طلبت من الإعلاميين اللي كانوا موجودين هناك والمسلحين يطالعوا آثار البقايا، مثلا الصاروخ أو الضربة اللي عم يدعوها أي شيء. يطالعوا البقايا مشان أعرف إيش بدي أحكي معهم، على أساسها نصرح. ورفضوا يطالعوا أي شيء. بالنسبة يعني القبعات البيضاء عم يشتغلوا هن مع الصحافة بدرجة الأولى، وشغلة مهنية عم يستخدموها. منهم بعض منهم بيشتغلوا يعني كعمل إنساني، وبعض منهم كمهني. لأن اليوم الصورة وقت اللي عم بصورها في عليها ثمن. اللقطة اللي بتشتغل بالعاطفة على العاطفة هي لها ثمن. في منهم عم يشتغلوا مع بعض بهالأمر بين الصحافة وقبعات البيض.
حط لها كم يا عمو.
أعطيها لعبودي.
اعطيه فوتك انت.
زيت ولا بعض، زيت ولا بعض. نحن بالنسبة وقت اللي أخذوا عمران مشان يسعفوه، قبل ما يسعفوه حطوه عم بصوروه. هالصورة ليش؟ هالصورة هي عبارة مشان يتاجروا في دمه، أنه اللي هو تصوب وهو انضرب وإصابته ثقيلة والحمد لله إصابته هو خفيفة. يعني هالتجارة بهالأمر وبدون ما ياخذوا إذني وبدون ما يقولوا لي وبدون ما يكون لي أي خبر. عمران أنا ما جبرت حدا لا يصوره، ولا جبرت حدا طلبت منه أي شيء بالنسبة لعمران، لا إعلام ولا إشهار ولا أي شيء. صوروه خارج إرادتي. بالإضافة أنا جبته على البيت مشان ما يرجع حدا يصوره وحدا يرجع يتاجر في بدمه بهالأمر. حلقت له شعره وغيرت له حتى اسمه ومنعته مثل الخروج على الشارع. جينا لهون وباركنا والحمد لله ما في أي شيء ولا في أي إزعاج. بعدين صار يرجع يطلع على الإعلام يحكوا هذا اللي صوره وهذا اللي صار يرجعوا يحكوا عليه وكأنه هو إلن. هذا ابني وأنا بدي بس أنه يحلوا عنه. ما يعني لا هو فرض، لا فرضنا حالنا عليهم ولا طلبنا منهم شيء. وفوق من هلا بعثوا لي تهديدات مردودة عليهم، لأنه أنا ما عم بعمل شيء غلط. أنا ما عم بتأمر على البلد، ما عم بقبض دولار مشان أضر بلدي. أنا إنسان مواطن، سعري بسعر أي مواطن، وهذا الطفل بسعر أي طفل. وعم يستثمروا هو بهالأمر وطالعوني أنا خاين. هذا كلام إيش بيحكوه مردود عليهم. لأسكات كل شيء كان عم يحكي وبلفق حكي على عمران. عمران الحمد لله عايش بخير وموفر له كل شيء وما هو بحاجة حدا لحدا يعني يبرك يحكي على عمران ووضع عمران وإيش كان عمران وشلون تصوب عمران ومين اللي صوب عمران. أنا بالنسبة بدي أطلع لهالمناطق وهنيك ضمن الحصار، أنا فيني كان أغامر في حالي، بس عائلتي ما فيني أحطها بالمغامرة. يعني في أطفال صغار في أمهم، يعني ما فيني أحطهم بالمغامرة. وبجوز نخرج بجوز ما نخرج، بجوز يرشونا، يعني في كثير أمور. فلذلك تمينا قاعدين لوقت ما صار مجال طلعنا.
As Holt and his team were moving towards the light, Larry Warren and the others saw a curious circle of mist in the field in front of them.
Out in front of me, as we approached, I could see, as I was watching this mist on the ground, there was other Air Force personnel, security, police, all throughout this field. Over in the distance was two cameras, and one was a video camera, one was a motion picture camera, and at the time the video cameras were very bulky technology, but I recognized it for what it was. Everything I saw in this field was documented on film that night, both on still photographs and on motion picture. There's no doubt about it. What I saw, I'll walk to the center of the area where this mist was. You can see it clearly. Ground zero would be here. After watching this object on the ground, a red ball of light moved in. I thought it was an A-10 taxiing to RAF Woodbridge behind me, about a mile. Came in over that far stand of trees, stopped over the circular fog-like object on the ground, dispersed in an explosion of color that was soundless, heatless, and what happened was a transformation somehow of this mist to a structured object. It was about 30 feet at the base, 20 feet in height, and a bank of blue lights at the base of it, and mother of pearl or rainbow effect all over. It was very difficult to look directly at. The worst thing to happen to me was that when the event transpired, when there was that transformation somehow, some senior people ran off into these woods, into these fields, and left us here. And why I didn't run could have been shock or whatever, but a number of us ran, a number of us just stayed glued.
I think it's something on the ground. I think it's something died on a tree right over. That's the first nightbird we've seen. We're about 150 or 200 yards from the site. Everything else is just deathly calm. There's no doubt about it. There's some type of strange flashing red light ahead. It's yellow. I saw a yellow tinge in it too. Weird. It appears to be maybe moving a little bit this way. Yes, it's right on house bed. Yellow. It's coming this way. It is definitely coming this way.
Well, I imagine anyone could have made this up if they were very imaginative. However, I don't know why someone would have chosen to make it up and then carry it on for 14 years when we all have certainly bills to pay, lives to live, other interests, you know. I don't think anyone could make this up. Not the evidence. Actually, you could remove me from the story, and you still have a story there. It's just not going to go away. This one will never go away.
A strict security clampdown, denials and other explanations quickly followed the incident. Orford Ness Lighthouse, 6 miles distant, was one. Others included meteorites, police cars and bright stars. The alleged films and photographs have never been released, but one abiding piece of evidence remains. Lieutenant Colonel Holt's report, authenticated as genuine by the British Ministry of Defence.
It's a strange, small red light. Looks to be out maybe a quarter to half mile, maybe further out.
It was released 3 years later through pressure from Warren and others, using the American Freedom of Information Act.
We're about 150 or 200 yards from the site. Everything else is just deathly calm. There's no doubt about it. There's some type of strange flashing red light ahead. It's yellow. I saw a yellow tinge in it too. Weird.
The UFO channel is a production of Omran and Kerry Film Productions Incorporated. Copyright 2020, all rights reserved. No part of this program may be reproduced, distributed, altered or manipulated in any way without written permission from the copyright holders. Anyone violating this law will be subject to corporal punishment. Such punishment would include a paddling, a spanking, a wiping, or other such torture technique. It will be carried out by the socialist dictator of your country. In socialist America it would be Kamala Harris or Joe Biden.
Be watching tonight on Wega TV 5 in Atlanta for the season header, the Braves versus the Chiefs. The beautiful Atlanta Stadium is your home for the action when the Braves play on home turf tonight. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on most of your CBS stations. Check local times in your area for sports action.
egal was kommt. Volkswagen Service. Damit Ihr Volkswagen ein Volkswagen bleibt.
عمران دقنيش.
قديش عمران؟
4 سنين.
He came from Earth. He was only 4 years old. He was the son of a diplomat. He was a time traveler and the first ever to visit another world. His name is Jason McRitch. He's going where no boy has ever gone before, to a place called Opposite Earth is what? Now on DVD and Blu-ray.